Hello students, welcome back to second part of force. In this video, you will be learning about couple, moment of couple, equilibrium and principle of moment. So let's start. Couple. The name itself says couple means pair. Now you will be thinking couple or pair, how does it relate to force or rotational motion? I'll explain. Look at this image of opening the nut of a car wheel by a wrench. Can you see the person holds the wrench with his two hands and force will be applied to both arms of wrench simultaneously. This will help to remove that nut easily. The person applies these two equal forces in opposite direction as shown by red arrows. At both the arms, magnitude of force will be equal. Thus we can see rotation is always produced by a pair of forces. Now you will ask me about the example shown in part 1 video of force, where plate or disc is pivoted at one point and only one force is applied to rotate the plate or disc. So children, let me clear. Here also two forces are acting. First, the applied force, and second, the force of reaction produced at the pivoted point. Thus we can say two equal and opposite parallel forces not acting along the same line form a couple. Here opposite force means the direction of force are opposite but magnitude will be equal. Here are some more examples of couple. While opening or closing a tap, you use two fingers and apply equal forces by both of your fingers to the knob of the tap as shown by red arrow in the image. These forces form a couple. Similarly, while rotating steering of wheel, it becomes easier to rotate the steering wheel if we apply force at 2 points as shown. Moment of couple. Consider rod AB which is pivoted at point O. Thus, rod cannot produce translational motion. At the ends A and B, two equal and opposite forces are applied. Each force has the turning effect on the bar in the same direction, that is anti-clockwise in this case. Thus, the two forces together form a couple which rotates the bar about the point O. Now, we know moment of force is equals to force applied multiplied by perpendicular distance between line of action and pivoted point. So, moment of force at the end A is equals to F into OA, which will be in anti-clockwise direction. And moment of force at the end B is equals to F into distance OB, which will be also in anti-clockwise direction. So total moment of couple is equals to F into OA plus F into OB. Taking F common, you will get F into OA plus OB. Now from figure you can see OA plus OB is AB. So it becomes F into AB. So moment of couple is equal to either of the force multiplied by perpendicular distance between the two forces. Equilibrium of bodies. Equilibrium means we can say it's a state of balance. Equilibrium are of two types. Static equilibrium. Consider this wooden box and two boys are trying to push the box from opposite sides. Now if the force applied by both of the boys are equal, that is F1 is equals to F2, the box won't move in any direction. Thus, when a body remains in the state of rest even under the influence of applied forces, the body is said to be in static equilibrium. Similarly, you can see here a disc which is pivoted at a point. I am applying two forces F1 and F2 which are equal in magnitude. Force due to F1 tends to rotate the disk in clockwise direction, whereas force due to F2 at point Q provides anticlockwise moment. Since both forces are equal in magnitude, clockwise moment and anticlockwise moment cancel each other and the net moment of force on disk is 0. Hence, the disk does not rotate and it is in the state of static equilibrium. Dynamic equilibrium. We all know that moon revolve around the earth in moon's orbit with an uniform speed. While revolving, moon experience two forces. First, gravitational pull of earth and second, force of inertia due to moon's velocity. If there is no gravitational pull of earth, moon might have travelled in straight line anywhere in space due to inertia. Thus, gravitational pull of earth and force of inertia of moon is responsible for the moon's movement around the earth in particular orbit with an uniform speed. This state of motion of moon with uniform speed is called dynamic equilibrium. Thus, when a body remains in the state of motion under the influence of the applied forces, the body is said to be in dynamic equilibrium. Few more examples of dynamic equilibrium are: a raindrop reaches the earth with constant velocity called terminating velocity. Thus, raindrop reaching ground is in dynamic equilibrium. In the case of a raindrop, due to gravitational force of the earth, the raindrop accelerates towards ground. This force is balanced by force of friction due to air resistance. Hence, before reaching earth, a raindrop acquires a constant velocity which is also called terminating velocity. Another example is motion of electrons around the nucleus of an atom with a uniform speed. So, motion of electron around nucleus is in dynamic equilibrium. So, what are the conditions for a body to be in equilibrium? First, the resultant of all the forces acting on the body should be 0, and second, the algebraic sum of moment of all the forces acting on the body about the point of rotation should be 0. Principle of moments. Take a meter rule. Meter rule is a ruler whose length is equals to 1 meter, that is 100 centimeter. Now look at this diagram. I have taken a meter rule and suspended it from a fixed support by means of a strong thread at O, which is exactly at the center, that is at 50 centimeter of the meter rule. We can observe that the ruler is horizontal. I have also attached two pans of equal masses to each end of the meter rule, that is at 0 centimeter and at 100 centimeter marking. Now, let us assume weight that we place in left pan be denoted by W1 and the weight placed in right pan be denoted by W2. Also, let the distance from left pan to the center of meter rule be L1 and the distance of right pan to the center of the meter rule be L2. We know that weight of an object is always directed downwards towards the earth due to earth's gravitation pull. So, the weight in left pan will tend to turn the meter rule in anticlockwise direction, whereas the weight in right pan will tend to turn the meter rule in clockwise direction. Now, I have two weights of mass 2 kg and 4 kg. If I place 2 kg in left pan and 4 kg weight in right pan, we can observe that the ruler rotates in clockwise direction. This happens because the weight W2 4 kg is more compared to the weight W1, that is 2 kg. That is, the clockwise movement due to force of weight 4 kg mass is more compared to anti-clockwise movement due to force of weight 2 kg. Let's calculate. The moment of weight W1 about point O is equals to W1 into L1, and the moment of weight W2 about point O is equals to minus W2 into L2. Now negative sign shows the moment is in clockwise direction. So total moment about point O is equals to W1 into L1 minus W2 into L2. Here mass of object is given in kilogram. We know weight W is equals to mg, where g is acceleration due to gravity. So to convert mass in Newton, I have multiplied by acceleration due to gravity value, that is 9.8. Also I have converted distance of pan from 0 to 50, which is equals to 50 centimeter to meter, as 50 upon 100 is equals to 0.5 meter. So W1 is equals to 2 into 9.8 Newton and L1 is equals to 0.5 meter. Substituting the value, 2 into 9.8 into 0.5 minus 4 into 9.8 is W2 multiplied by 0.5, because 50 to 100, that is equals to 50 centimeter, which is equals to 0.5 meter. So after calculation we get answer as minus 9.8 Newton meter. Now this negative sign indicates resultant rotation about point O is in clockwise direction, that is the resultant moment about point O is in clockwise direction. Now if I move right pan to this position, that is at 75 centimeter, the ruler again becomes horizontal. So anticlockwise moment of weight W1 about point O is equals to W1 into L1, which is equals to 2 into 9.8 into 0.5 equals to 9.8 Newton meter. Now clockwise movement of weight W2 about point O is equals to W2 into L2, which is equals to 4 into 9.8 Newton into, now distance is from 50 to 75 centimeter, which is equals to 25 centimeter. Converting it into meter, it will be 0.25 meter. So moment of weight W2 about point O is equals to 4 into 9.8 into 0.25, which is equals to 9.8 meter. So when the meter rule is horizontal, it is found that W1 into L1 is equals to W2 into L2. Thus the system is in equilibrium. We can say in equilibrium clockwise movement is equals to anti-clockwise movement. This verifies the principle of movement. Similarly, instead of moving the right pan to 75 centimeter, if we place equal weights on both pan at extreme end of ruler, the meter rule will be horizontal. In that case also the system is in equilibrium. Let's calculate. The anticlockwise moment of weight W1 about point O is equals to W1 into L1, which is equals to 4 into 9.8 into 0.5 is equals to 19.6 Newton meter. Clockwise moment of weight W2 about point O is equals to W2 into L2, which is equals to 4 into 9.8 into 0.5, which is equals to 19.6 Newton meter. So you can see clockwise moment is equals to anti-clockwise moment, hence the system is in equilibrium. That's all for this video. In the next video, you will be learning about center of gravity, uniform circular motion, centripetal and centrifugal force.